Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Kirsty Runs Wild. I am officially 6 weeks pregnant. I hit 6 weeks on Saturday, and it's actually Monday. I'm a little bit late filming this video, but I I am 6 weeks pregnant. So yeah, I'm curious, like, does that mean I'm in the seventh week now, or like I'm in the sixth week? Most things I feel like I would be in the seventh week of whatever because I haven't hit like 7 full weeks yet. But I don't know. I just feel like I haven't really heard people talk about pregnancy in those terms. So there's a little confusion around that. But just so people know, like Saturday, which was 2 days ago, I turned 6 weeks pregnant. So I completed 6 times 7 days of quote unquote pregnancy. So symptoms wise, I'm still not really having many symptoms. Pretty much the same as week 5. I think if anything, my nipples are a bit more sensitive. Like brushing up against a table or someone giving me a hug or like something like that can really like make me recoil. So yeah, I mean, my boobs are a little bit fuller, heavier. I've been very hungry. That's not like necessarily a symptom. I'm not sure because I always kind of feel really hungry. Like, I like to eat to cope, so it's hard to know if that's like an actual symptom of pregnancy. But I've been really hungry, and so I've probably been eating a lot and gaining weight. So like, I'm not sure, like my boobs could be fuller just from that, but also probably from the progesterone and the hormones as well. My bras are starting to get kind of full, things like that. But other than that, like I said, it's hard to know if I'm like bloating or not because I'm just like eating more than I probably should be. So I, in terms of like getting things done, I really wanted to do like a project every week. I had this like very early nesting urge when I found out I was pregnant. And so last week, Zach and I ended up repainting a bookcase that was in our room, and it's like from when I was in elementary school or middle school. I actually made the bookcase and painted it with my grandpa, and when I was 12, and it was dark purple. And we just kind of thinking of doing these little projects around the house decided to like clear that bookcase out and go ahead and give it a new life. So Zach was teaching me how to like prime it and then paint it. We just need to add one more coat to it, but we really got that going. And since we got that out of our room, we moved my bureau from upstairs downstairs into our room. So that was a journey because we had to like carry it outside of the house and around the hill because we could not, it was too heavy and unwieldy to like take it downstairs. So we're lucky we have like that bottom entrance that we could bring it in the basement. And that took me a lot of stop and goes, but we did do it together. And I haven't like filled the whole thing yet, but that will just enable me to have like my clothes, like at least a staple or capsule wardrobe like downstairs, so I don't have to like go down upstairs every time I need to change or need like some sort of article of clothing. I'll have like at least some place for my clothes downstairs. So that was like a really big deal to get going as well. So I'm really proud of us for doing those two big things. And so in terms of like people that I told, so I told a couple of my providers. So I had my psychiatry appointment for the first time since I got pregnant. So Dr. Gray, who I've been with for like 10 years, she's been my psychiatrist for 10 years. I have a telehealth appointment with her about once a month. So I did tell her. She was excited. Apparently she's had 4 kids, all C-sections. So it was good to talk to her. And I was just kind of like thinking of maybe not like seeing her as much because I actually am not on any medication right now. I weaned off my antidepressant back last year in preparation for a pregnancy because I know there's a lot of research that says they're safe in pregnancy, but I just figured I hadn't been off of my antidepressant since I got sober. So it's been like 6 years that I've been on it, and I don't really know what life is like and my brain is like sober without my antidepressant. And also, I mean, if it did have any impact on the baby, like, then, why not just try to see what it's like before I get pregnant without the antidepressant? And so I got off of that. And then, and I can kind of talk a little bit more about that, I guess. It was really hard for the first like 6 months being off of it. but I also got off my birth control at the same time, so I didn't know if it was hormones or getting off the antidepressant and a lot of, or like life stressors. And so it was definitely really hard. I feel like I've adjusted a bit more in the past couple months. It's gotten better. I was just struggling with like irritability and more mood changes for a while. And I do feel like I'm a lot better. I did get a lot of like nice things back getting off the antidepressant, which I didn't expect. Like I started to like feel a little bit like sweeter feelings. Like I can cry now. Like I was I guess I was like numb to crying, and I didn't really know that on the antidepressant. And people will talk about that. Like I have clients that talk about that they feel kind of like numb on their antidepressant, and I didn't know like that I felt that really, because I could still feel feelings like, but I guess like there's a part of me that can access like tears and like the sweet empathy that I wasn't able to really find like before. And I know like crying doesn't sound great, but it is nice to cry like at a movie or with something, when something sweet is happening. Like I really enjoy accessing that part of my humanity and my empathy, and I would hate to like give that up by going back on the antidepressant if I didn't have to. So for now I'm going to stay off of it, and I'm going to continue to kind of like see how things are. Obviously I'm like higher risk of having postpartum or perinatal depression and anxiety because I've had depression and anxiety before. So, I'm not like, nothing's black and white. There's no big decisions that have been made. Like I could go back on an antidepressant at any time if things get like, if it's worth it, including during the pregnancy. So I'm seeing, long story short, I'm seeing my psychiatrist still. I decided to keep it monthly right now because I actually did have a pretty worthwhile conversation with her last time. I thought she was pretty supportive of my pregnancy, and in ways like other people haven't really showed up for as much. Not that people aren't supportive. I just got like a nice vibe from her. Like I really felt like she was seeing me and excited, and that's what I need right now. So that was nice. So I told her. I forget if I mentioned that I think I mentioned last video, I told my hairdresser. That was funny because she guessed. And then who else? I think I had one more appointment. Did I? Yes, I had my chiropractor. I have that monthly. So I told my chiropractor, Dr. Waller. He's a guy, obviously. And he's an older guy. And I just told him because I was like, I don't know if that impacts my chiropractic and everything, his agenda with me. So he was very excited for me too, and said he can lower the table for my bump as it gets bigger. So that was sweet. And yeah, so that's who I told in terms of providers this week. And then I also told, who did I tell this week? I think I told someone. I wrote it down at home, but I don't have my notes right now. The biggest deal is that I told my friend Jess, my best friend Jess. I told her, yesterday. I went to breakfast at her house. I couldn't wait any longer. And I gave her a little box that says like, with the pregnancy test in it, that says like, someone wants to say hello, and you open the box and it's a pregnancy test that says pregnant. And she thought that was really funny. I gave it to her 2-year-old Ava, and she like brought it over to her mom, and then Jess was like, what's this? And she got so excited for me. And I was also wearing my shirt that has like the egg and the sperm coming into it that says we have a winner. So she thought that was really funny, and she was super 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 gassed up for me and really excited. So we talked about that, and also got to talk about like her journey, because she's trying to get pregnant again too. So it'd be so fun if we could be pregnant together and be kind of closer in due date. So that was really great that I finally got to tell her, because she's just someone that I trust and that I can talk about a lot of things with. She's also a therapist and has been pregnant being a therapist, and just like probably one of my number one sports. Oh, and I also asked her if she would do my gender reveal for me, and she was so excited. So really excited about that. So yeah, I think that's like my main updates. I don't know, did I tell you guys that I told my coworker Priya? I feel like I did. Yeah, no, that was like one of my first people. And then, so Priya knows, my auntie Ree knows, Jess knows. I have an appointment with my sponsor, I have a date with my sponsor to go out with her, but that will be after, I come back from Florida, and because I want to tell her in person. So I've been trying to hold my tongue to not tell her. So yeah, so feeling pretty good. The fatigue, I think, is still impacting me. Being really faithful about drinking under 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. That's like the one thing I've done right. other things. I've been looser on like soft cheeses. I feel like, I don't know, everything should be pasteurized nowadays. So like I'm not really being too strict about that. Maybe trying to avoid it sometimes, but not like beat myself up if I do eat like a soft cheese here and there. Um and just like the whole like eating well thing, I'm like I've not been perfect about yet. So I'm like looking for some help with that, like from my therapist. I had my second session with my therapist on Friday. So kind of like feeling things out with her and seeing where things go. And yeah, so when I'm leaving for Florida on Friday, so I'm going to turn 7 weeks pregnant while I'm in Florida with my Auntie Barbie, my Uncle Richie, and my cousin Nikki. And I'm not going to tell any of them that I'm pregnant. That's insane. Do we think I'm going to make it? I don't know. Let me know down below what you think. I don't know. That's going to be wild. Just fingers crossed that everything goes well. I stay healthy. Everything is good. I'm really excited. We're going to visit my cousin Josh. And, he lives down there with his fiance Lisa and her 4 kids and one of her kids' boyfriends. And now they're his kids, right? So, like, it's really fun. And I went there last year and it's just like a really good time. Really, really, really fun. I'm looking forward to relaxing, and I'm just so eager to see if like nausea kicks in for me or anything while I'm down there with them, and like if I have to tell them, because I haven't told my mom, and that would be so crazy if I had to tell them before my mom. But if I have to, I have to, and it'll be really cute. I just don't really want to make the trip about me because there's like so much going on, and they get to see Josh and like, but like if it happens, it happens. It's supposed to happen, and that's okay. I'm gonna try to be, just feel the vibe out, like whatever makes sense. And they won't tell my mom. Like if they will let me tell my mom. So like if I have to tell them, I'll tell them. But we'll see what happens. And yeah, and for now I'm just trying to, I made like a big, like I call it like pregnancy stew yesterday. I did really good. I like put a lot of veggies in it and like leafy greens and all different veggies and ground turkey, and like just made this huge batch of it for the week. So at least I'm getting like my nutrients in. I got like fruits for the week and veggies, and like just trying to get my nutrients in. Even if I'm overeating, I'm trying to at least get good food in me. So I know like it's not perfect and it's not ideal, and I'm definitely looking to definitely get more of kind of like a strict regimen down of exercise, eating, nutrition. But it just has not happened in the way that I thought it would. Like I thought I would be struck motivated to do all those things when I found out I was pregnant, and it happened quite the opposite. Like I was like, I got like kind of more urges to eat, like thinking, oh my God, like I'm stuck in this body now. So what's the point? I can't lose weight. And kind of like maybe a little more stress eating, or like trying to enjoy before I really hunker down, like in this pregnancy kind of food plan. So it was very different than what I thought would happen. And again, I thought like I would be struck motivated of like, now I'm going to walk every morning for an hour before I go to work, and I will eat only good things and no sugar at all. And like that's just not what happened at all. So trying not to beat myself up, because I've definitely beat myself up a lot about it. Been in pretty dark places around those kind of thoughts, which then makes the behaviors worse. So like I'm trying not to beat myself up. I'm just kind of like struggling to like, I'm just struggling to like how to get there. How to get to a place where that's more ideal with kind of food intake. But like I said, I'm really focusing on like getting those good things in me, because I've definitely been in headspaces many times in my life where I just binge eat bad stuff, like, or just like carbs, and like that's definitely not what I want to do right now, and I'm not. So I'm like proud of myself for that. Like I'm definitely, if anything, just like overeating like a lot of good stuff. But yeah, so anyway, that's where I'm at with that. And just again, like pretty tired. Might have a little cough coming on, like feel a little sickness, but I really like do not want to cancel my clients, because I've got a couple of trips coming up where I have to like cancel clients, move them around, so I don't want to like cancel them this week. So yeah, trying to stay super hydrated, drinking a lot of herbal tea, a lot of water, and yeah, just trying to keep the vibes really good with me and Zach so we can be excited about this pregnancy and soak it all in. So with that, I will end the video for this week, and I will see you, well, hopefully I'll find a place in Florida to film my week 7 update. All right, bye.